Now we have these equations, and the way we would solve this equation is different from the way we would have solved it if the coefficient of x squared, that is this, if the coefficient of x squared were 1. In the first instance, we had examples where the coefficient was 1. Now, in these examples, the coefficient is greater than 1, and the way we're going to solve them is different. We look at this. Now, the first thing to do is that we're going to find the factors of this. What do you have here? You have 3 and 6. So 3 times 6 is 18. And we have plus 18. And here we have minus 9. So you're going to find the factors of plus 18 that adds up to give you minus 9. Now, there is a difference. If it were something like this, x squared minus 9x plus 6, you would simply find the factors of 6 that would give you minus 9. But now, you have 3x squared. The coefficient of x squared is not 1. And the way you would approach it is different. You would find the factors of this multiplied by this that you would add to give you this. In a sense, it's the same thing, because in this kind of situation, you're still doing this times this. This is 1. So this multiplied by this is the same thing as this alone. All right? So what are the factors of 18? 1 times 18 gives you 18. 2 times 9 gives you 18. 3 times 6 gives you 18. Apart from 1, 2, and 3, nothing else can give you 18. We're going to have 6 times 3, which is the same thing as this, you see. So it's still the same thing. You don't need to write that down. We have these 3 to give us 18. Which of these can give us 9? Only this can give us 9. All right. Now remember, we're also going to look for the sign. The sign we're looking for is plus 18. Now, what sign is going to give us plus? We have seen that minus and minus gives us plus. Minus times minus gives us plus. We have also seen that plus times plus gives us plus. Please watch the first video for an explanation of all this. Now, we have two options, minus 3 and minus 6, or plus 3 and plus 6. Which of them is going to give us minus 9? This is going to give us plus 9. This is not what we need. This will give us minus 9. This is what we need. So what you do here is this. You're going to replace this minus 9x. You're going to replace this with this, right? So we're going to have 3x squared minus 3x minus 6x and plus 6 is equals to 0. Now we have done this. We are going to group them into two separate groups. And we're going to draw out the common factors. 3x squared minus 3x. What is the common factor? 3x is the common factor because 3x, this can be divided by 3x to give you x. 3x times x is 3x squared minus this can be divided by 3x to give you 1. Okay? Now bring out the common factors here. What is the common factor? The common factor is minus 6. Minus 6x can be divided by minus 6 to give you x, right? Minus 6 times x is minus 6x. Then plus 6 can be divided by minus 6 to give us minus 1. Multiplication and division are basically the same thing. They just work in opposite directions. Because they are the same thing, the rule is still the same. Minus times minus is plus, and minus divided by minus is plus. Minus times plus, minus divided by plus is still the same thing. Plus times plus or plus divided by plus is still the same thing. So minus plus 6x divided by minus 6 is going to give us minus 1 because plus divided by minus is going to give us minus. So we have this. Plus 6x divided by minus 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. Plus divided by minus, or plus times minus, is still minus. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to write this 3x. We're going to write it as a bracket. minus 6. We're going to write it here as a bracket. And in the other bracket, we're going to write what we see here. X minus 1, x minus 1. We're going to write it here as a bracket. Is equals to 0. Now, this basically means 3x minus 6 is equal to 0, and x minus 1 is also equal to 0. Now, if we have to bring this out, we need to bring this minus 6, we need to bring it here. And as I said before, whatever I add here, I must add here. Whatever I take away from here, I must take away from here for them to be equal. So, if I want to take minus 6 away from here, I need to add 6. 3x minus 6 plus 6 is equals to 0. I added 6 here. For it to be equal, I would also have to add 6 here. Is equal to 0 plus 6. Minus 6 will cancel out plus 6. This becomes 3x is equal to 0 plus 6 is 6. If 3x is equal to 6, now we need to take away this 3 because we want to turn this into an equation where x equals to something. So we're going to take away this 3. And how do we take away the 3? 3 is bound to x by multiplication. 3 times x is 3x. We need to do the opposite of multiplication to get rid of this 3. And we do that by dividing it by 3. So when we divide this by 3, remember, we're also going to do the same thing to the other side. So we're going to divide this by 3 as well. Now, dividing both this by 3 brings us to x. Now, x is going to be dividing 6 by 3. How many 3's do you count in 6? We count 2 3's in 6. So x is 2 on the one hand. On the other hand, x minus 1 equals to 0. As we've just seen, we can say x minus 1 plus 1. X minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0 plus 1. If minus 1 cancels out plus 1, we would say x is equal to 1. So x is 2 or x is 1. If you replace this x with either 2 or 1, you would get 0 in the end. So that's one, and this is the other. Can you try to solve this?